first thing I do to manage study-related stress is identify the source of stress. So if I'm feeling overwhelmed by the amount of work I've got to do, then I'll try to prioritise using due dates.
I always make sure to have a list of everything I need to get done that day or week.
I use a traffic light ranking system, ranking the topics that I study into red, amber and green.
The reason why it makes it less stressful is because it's more bite-sized and you feel like even when you can't be bothered to do anything, you can still get stuff done.
I have 2 apps I use on my phone religiously. The first is Tasks, where I create a list of things that I want to achieve that day, starting off with things like wake up, brush my teeth, so I can start by ticking jobs off, which leaves me feeling accomplished, so that when I start on the heavier tasks like exam practice or writing that essay, I feel more prepared to do it.
I think it's important to take regular breaks, especially if study and revision is getting a bit too much to handle.
If I'm studying for 4 hours, I will take at least 2 or 3 breaks to clear my head and prevent myself from becoming overworked.
If I'm not understanding a certain concept or a question, then I'll ask the teacher or other students for help.
So I go to my teachers, go to my friends, work through the questions with them and find ways to do it, re-study on what I found hard and then try the paper again. I'd usually find it easier.
Another thing that helps with study-related stress, and I'm sure you've heard it multiple times, is exercise and breaks. And now I don't mean weightlifting for an hour when all you want to do afterwards is sleep.
I always make sure to get up and walk around the house, and that really helps me to clear my head.
Do a stretch, go for a walk around your house or your block.
Making sure you have breakfast in the morning, because I can promise you now, if you get to college at, let's say, 9 and your first break isn't until 11, then for them 2 hours you will be so unmotivated and you will not be able to concentrate, because breakfast is the most important part of the day.
I also make sure to take a whole day or 2 whole days, like a weekend, to sit back and relax and go do some hobbies.
I try to listen to calming music as this really helps relax my mind.
Going for a bike ride and spending time with my friends and family.
I also make sure I have a good sleeping pattern, because if you go to sleep and you wake up in the morning energised and you have a nice breakfast, you will come to terms that your concentration in class is so much better.
One app I highly recommend is HEADSPACE, which has guided meditation, podcasts and music to help you relieve stress, anxiety and even improve your focus.
Speaking to somebody about how you feel definitely helps.
Always remember, stress is good in small doses, but it can become harmful for your body and brain if it's too much to handle.
I'd advise them to go speak to their tutor or their course leads and tutors. They can provide a great deal of advice and even possibly tweak things.
Communicating with others is a really good way of reducing stress. Talk to your lecturers or classmates about what you struggle with.
I'm not sure I'm able to express just how helpful your student tutors are. They honestly care about you and are interested in how you're doing. They want you to succeed and feel as confident just as much as you do.
The student tutors at the college are available to contact at any time, whether it's by email or a quick Facebook message.
And I would also suggest that they would speak to their teachers, as they're always there to help.
The best people they can talk to is the student tutor, as they can help support with options like the student counselling service, which is available online, or they can always go straight to that service on CCG.
College also has a great counselling service that's free, confidential and safe, and there's so much information about it on CCG online in the student services section.
Speak to the college counselling services, as they are experienced with dealing with problems such as these.
To the college counselling team and to their student tutors, because it's their job to help you out when things get tough.
I'd also let them know about student counselling and how to kind of get on that and ask for help, because it's not weak to ask for help.
I would also suggest to speak to any friends or family that you trust. For example, during mocks and AS exams, I was feeling really overwhelmed, and what helped me was to message a friend. Since they were in the same situation and could relate, it really helped knowing that I wasn't the only one who was struggling with these emotions. It always helps knowing that you're not alone, and the simple act of writing down or speaking your emotions helps come to terms with how you are feeling.
The main way I keep motivated while studying is I try to see it as something enjoyable, as you tend to actively avoid things that stress you out. So I try to remember how satisfying it is to finish that really difficult maths problem.
I found looking towards the future really helped. Some people can find it overwhelming and they feel like it's too much, but personally for me, it puts things in perspective. So when I'm doing my course and my work, I know what I'm doing it for.
Every single day you're closer to where you want to be, because your course is obviously getting you into the future career that you want. So every day that passes and you're at college, you're one step closer to your dream job.
To keep motivated, set out everything I want to achieve that day, and I keep it in small tasks. Any big jobs that I need to get done, I break down into more manageable chunks.
By studying different things in half an hour to hour time slots, works quite well because it seems less daunting than just spending, let's say, 2 hours on just one topic.
Each time I do the little tasks, so when I finish the whole big one, it will be a huge sense of accomplishment and I'll be more motivated to carry on with all my work.
I look at college in a completely different perspective. So I don't wake up in the morning and think, oh, I have to go to college, like I'm really not looking forward to it, I don't want to. I actually wake up and I'm looking forward to it because it's a new day, you're learning new skills, and I also feel like getting involved with things at college makes your college experience so much different. So I'm a peer mentor, I'm a student rep, I help in the student exec. I feel like this makes your college experience so much different and it's not all associated about the work. You go to college and you're thinking, oh, I get to see my peer mentors today. So it kind of motivates you because you're helping someone else as well get to their dream job.
Everyone has their own ways to keep themselves motivated, so I would advise you to try different techniques to see what's right for you and what helps you stay the most productive.
If they change the location as well where they work, it can make it a bit more interesting and varied, especially with changing up the technique.
Or I'd suggest them to sort of go to their teachers after college sessions as well, because you're sort of in a room where you have to get on with it.
Join any lessons or any study groups that your peers and teachers are holding to keep each other accountable.
Studying with a friend is also an option. You can support each other and to teach each other on parts of the content that you or they don't understand.
Always set out what you want to get done by the end of each study session, whether that be writing out a to-do list or completing a revision timetable, so you know what you'll be studying and exactly when you'll be studying it.
I make sure I know exactly what I have to do for each assignment, otherwise it really doesn't help with motivation if you don't know what you're doing.
You reward yourself for every time you study, then that can be really helpful, and you get to do the reward at the end as well. So that could even be for an hour of studying, you can spend half an hour playing a video game or watching TV.
As long as you have some sort of end goal once you finish some work, it really does help to train yourself to become more motivated.
If you're feeling unmotivated, have a break, get some air. Make sure you're working in a room free of distractions that's well ventilated and well lit. Keep your phone away from you.
Stay hydrated, lots of water, and eat healthy food.
Don't work too late as you'll have trouble getting to sleep.
If stress is overwhelming, you can always try the Calm app, which helps to reduce stress, anxiety, and to increase happiness and help you sleep.
Don't be afraid to schedule some me time because you do need it. It's important.
I'd keep reminding them that all the hard work they're putting in now is one step closer to getting them where they want to be.
I would tell them exactly what I'd do in this situation, which is find something to motivate me. So if you're going to university, you could look at the different universities and think, this is what I need to get in. I'm going to work really hard to get this.
I would just say to do 5 minutes of work. I know that sounds a bit pointless, but what actually it does is it breaks down that mental barrier in your head that you've got so much work to do that you just don't want to start, so you get nowhere.
Always remember that hard work always pays off, and don't forget why you are studying in the first place. Even if you don't manage to get done everything you wanted to that day, something is better than nothing. Studying for hours one day and then not doing anything for 3 days is not good in the long run. Consistency is more important than intensity.
In the next videos, we'll be sharing our top tips for successful studying, including
goal settings, organisation and time management,
concentration, memory and learning styles,
research skills and critical analysis,
revision techniques,
and completing assessments.
So please make sure to like, subscribe and press the bell.
Like, subscribe and press the bell button.
Like, subscribe and press the bell.
Like, subscribe, press the bell.
Like, subscribe and press the bell.
like, subscribe and press the bell.
Like, subscribe and press the bell to know when the next video goes live.